question to both of you is, what keeps you with Malcolm? And Malcolm, what keeps you?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna hope that he don't get murdered. Because I didn't even finish the question.
Yeah, we didn't even finish the question. He started laughing. Oh my goodness.
Okay, sorry.
What keeps you with Tip?
Are you going to answer first or last?
I'm gonna go last.
Okay.
No, I'll go first. What keeps me with Tiff, nobody knows me like Tiff knows me. And there's nobody that balances me like Tiff balances me. And there's nobody that really loves me like Tiff loves me, like you love me. And so that's what really keeps me. It's not cooking. No disrespect. It's not. I mean, the way I see her with the children, the way I see her, she is the glue that kind of holds the house like intact. The grace that she's given me, the love, the respect. It's the stuff that I think deep down inside every man, there's a boy that wants to be called the man. Mm-hmm. And that boy gets that attention. And you the man, she affirms me. She's always encouraging me. So yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Pretty dope.
That is dope.
Yeah. What keeps you with Malcolm?
Besides prayer and supplication.
We're not trying to go real.
No.
Really, God's grace. Seriously,
Cool.
Keeps me, and also he's very just encouraging. Like he's building, like constantly pouring into me, and building my self-esteem. You just know that you're made for each other.
Mm-hmm.
When you go through different things, you're like, this was meant to be. Like we know that God definitely put the puzzle pieces together. So yeah. That's what keeps me. I know that might have been confusing, but
No, we got it.
I mean, it wasn't as detailed. I mean, like with the affectionate and but it's okay.
Oh my God.
That's your answer. It's all good. It's all good.
See, now you understand the grace, right?
Yes,
Right.
your most memorable, like for us or for me, I'm going to say for me, my most memorable moment. I've been with Juan for 24 years. We'll be married for 17. Hasha, he had much prayer. He been praying for himself. But one of our favorite times together, at least for me, was when we celebrated our 15-year wedding anniversary. We did something like that just like changed your life or was impactful. Like, this is why I rock with you.
It was a funny moment, but like a great moment. It was on our honeymoon. We went to St. John. Shout out, moms. Appreciate that.
Awesome.
And we went jet skiing in the Caribbean.
Oh, cool.
And Tip is riding with me. We hit this wave, and we go up so high, and she covers my eyes, and she's doing it because she doesn't want the water to get in my face.
Right.
And I'm like, yo, I can't see. We're up in the air. And I'm like, I can't see. But it's one of those moments where it's like, okay, we might die together right here, and it was just fun.
It's fun.
It's fun.
But we just did it together.
We're gonna die right now.
Right now. This is it. And then we got and then the jet ski cut off.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And I'm like,
oh boy.
Okay, like what we gonna do? And it was just one of those moments where she was calm. It was, and I was yelling out to the guy that was leading us out, like, hey, and then it cut back on. It was just great. I mean, it was and I guess the honeymoon period.
I think the most memorable moment for us was when we had Imani.
Okay.
So she was our first. And it was just, we were like so excited. Like he did the room, he designed and decorated her room, painted it.
And I never do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he really never does. And it was like so cute. I wish I had a picture. But he was like really excited and like really hyped about it. And so we were expecting her in October. But she came early. She came 2.5 months early. So like I literally almost lost my life. Like Imani almost lost her life.
Oh, wow.
And he was just like right there by her side, like so strong. I remember when the doctors were asking me questions, he was just like such a like, just really strong. Like I didn't see him cry. He probably did, but I was just like, wow, this is amazing. Like how faithful, even in the hard times,
right?
That he was, and yeah, he stayed right by my side like that whole time that we were both in the hospital.
Tell me something that is predictable about your spouse that you actually like.
Yeah, not the predictable ones like me not
Like,
cleaning around.
oh, there's shoes on the floor. Again.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
something
not
that you
that
actually
one.
like.
Something that you actually like.
That-
No, so
Yeah.
I could be looking for something, can't find it, and I'm like, you know what? The one person I know who knows where it is. Tiff, where's the belt? Tiff, where's the blue shirt with the white stripes and that?
Right.
Oh, it's here. Everything without fail. I know she knows it. And if
That's dope.
she doesn't know,
We're in trouble.
we're in trouble.
He always, like, whenever, even when I don't ask for something, he'll, like, just, I don't know, do it. Like, think about something, like, pass me my towel or open up my straw. Like, little things, I'm like, oh, I could do that. You know, you could just
Right.
go reach for your towel or get your own straw. But he'll just do those things, like, without me having to say anything. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like, I don't think I ever tell him, like, thank you right away. But I really appreciate, you know, like,
And
those
like get
little
cookies.
things.
That's right.
Get
Yeah,
cookies
like
when
he'll
you're not
just get
even-
cookies, like, you
Cook-
know,
oh,
like
different
I like
kind of
flour
cookies.
cookies,
Yeah.
but
I'm
I'd
thinking like
rather
round
Oh, she like the cookies.
Like the chocolate
She
chip
not that
cookies.
time. She
Not-
talking about
Yeah, I'm
chocolate,
Chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, okay.
I'm
We
talking
was.
about him
Not
getting
good-
We
not-
didn't know if you was getting the cookies. We was
I was like,
like,
oh, we all
he
like
was
that,
like, we
right?
all like getting the cookies. Okay,
on
sorry.
board.
Chocolate chip
Chip
cookies.
cookies.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. All right.
Yeah,
Chocolate chip.
just those sweet little thoughtful things that he does.
What would your present self, right, where you are right now, tell your past self? And what would your present self tell your future self?
That's when you gotta get somebody beforehand. You gotta think about that.
Turn the cameras off.
Wow.
I would have told myself, my past self, to let Juan be the man, right? Because when we got married, I just felt like, I'm not going to say that I didn't think he was a man. I'm just going to say that I felt like there were certain things that he should have been doing in relationship or earlier in the marriage that men like just are supposed to do. And I remember my mother giving me that advice, and I was actually mad at my mom for telling me this. We had been married for a year. We were living with Rob. Shout out to Rob Bobbert. And we had got our apartment together, his best friend. We all got an apartment together right after college was over. And my mom said, will you just let Juan be the man? And I was like, what? He is a man. He's not acting like a man. She was like, and what does a man act like? And I was like, I had no answer because I'm not a man.
Boom.
And
You ain't no man.
I had
I'm a man.
and I had to apologize, true or false. I did. And so today, my present self or my future self is just to continue to enjoy life, the ups and downs. I think sometimes after we've lived life, we get kind of bogged down when, I don't know, the tow man gonna come out and get the car. Been there, done that, okay? Or we get bogged down when I feel like, okay, he's not being affectionate enough or I'm not being affectionate enough. And today, what I learned for my future is just to like enjoy the ride, continue to communicate, and let's just not take things as seriously as we used to, because that used to keep us like in a rut.
Yeah.
So that's my example.
Pretty dope. For me, since
Yeah.
we're on this expose, my
Uh-oh.
my present self would tell my past self, I would tell myself in the past to get in the game earlier. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the giftings and the abilities that I have, like I've adopted this way of like coming in at the last minute or not being the one, usually being the most proficient one in the room, but not really on the forefront. I was never willing to be like out there in front and show people what I could do, just because I don't appreciate attention to be drawn just to me. Because I had my own little insecurities as a youngster, but I just didn't see. Yep.
Yeah,
I wasn't big on like
untrue.
being out there.
Yeah.
And then when people see you, it's like, whoa, you're really good. And I'm like, oh man, that's the attention I didn't want. So I would tell my past self, like, yo, get in the game. And today, I would tell my future self, you're already good enough. Like, just, you only get one chance to be here. So you got the tools you need. You may need to, you know, maturate and nourish those things, but, like, you're already good enough. Yeah. So just do what you need to do. Yes.
Was that about you or was that about the marriage? Because I was confused.
That was about me, because if I don't get me right, I can't get us right.
Oh, that was that was a good answer. That's going to be good for you tonight.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. We got to take notes on that one.
That was good. Yeah. Preach right there. 30 Genesis. You going?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
So what I'll tell my past self, I would tell my past self to really be naked and unashamed, like before Malcolm. I think, like
you
I was
literally naked.
No.
Like both.
It's
both.
their anniversary. Look,
Right, so both.
she like no both. She like both.
But I'm saying, like, I was born and raised in the church there since forever. So I think, like, it's like marriage is like this, like mystery, and nobody really kind of dives in. So I really appreciate you guys, like, how you're, like, digging in and just telling all the aspects of it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So I think I would have I also hold a lot of things in. Like, I would not agree with some things, and I would just kind of hold it in and just kind of suffer alone, as opposed to just communicating that to Malcolm and, like, saying it and talking it out and dealing with it. Right. So I think I would have told my past self to, like, be it's okay to, like, communicate and to be unashamed and, like, work through things, because there's going to be some challenges. But I think not hearing that from somebody else, like, who was already in marriage. You know, I saw my parents and they had a really healthy marriage, but you never really know what to expect. Like, you're like, oh, you have this picture in your mind. So I think that's what I would have told my past self. For my future self from now, I would tell myself to really just know who you are. Like, continue to build your roots in Christ. Like, know who you are in Christ.
Get your roots.
Yeah, so you'll
go grow.
Know to grow, because I think we have all these expectations, and, like, we're trying to compare ourselves and insecurities and things like that, and you'll never win. Like, you'll always be kind of trying to be something that you're not. But when you identify and you know who you are, it'll make it better for you, and it'll make it better for the marriage. And
you ain't got nothing with that?
I ain't got nothing on that. I think I would tell my past self that if I could go back and tell them that when you have children, the marriage, everything changes. And I've heard people say that, but they don't tell you exactly how it changes. I've heard men say that, but they say it from the perspective of maybe like sex, right? But not like how you feel as a man. And so that just because now your wife is spending more time with the child doesn't mean she doesn't love you. Good. I would say, like, dude, don't be insecure. Don't think you're less of a man. You're not just a roommate. You're not just, it's a season that you're going through now. And it's a good season. Even though it hurts and you feel a little and you wonder, like, do you still got it? Like, do I still look good? Because stuff ain't happening. Like, yeah, do you still look good? Right. And even though your wife may not tell you that, she sees it. So it's okay. Like, keep it together. The future me, no matter what happens, no matter how much success you achieve, be humble.
Awesome.
Stay humble. And don't let the accolades, the applause, the flattering words from people distract you specifically from your marriage and from your wife. Because when you do that, you start getting caught up. You open up the box of the dumb stuff, and it's not worth it. So I tell you, like, you're gonna be successful, future me. You're gonna be great, future me. Be humble.
Nothing really matters, just as long as I got you. Nothing's impossible. We are unstoppable. unstoppable.